Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Brad and Rach on YouTube. This is normally a vlogging channel, as you probably know, but occasionally I sprinkle in a little monologue video that has something to do with either, in the past it's been my pregnancy, now it's more of like postpartum updates, breastfeeding updates, baby updates. So occasionally you'll get a video of just me sitting here talking to you about stuff like that. And this video in particular is going to be about my postpartum experience. It is now 7 months postpartum. So I'm just gonna talk to you about kind of my diet, exercise routine, how I'm feeling, just everything that encompasses like a postpartum experience. So that's what today's video is about. I know a lot of you come here to see the babies, so at the end of this video I'm gonna put in my absolute favorite clip of the babies. It is so dang cute. I've watched it like 1,000 times. You can ask Brad. So cute. So I'm going to plug that in at the end of the video so that you get a little dose of Bear and Lyndall. And in the meantime, I'm gonna talk to you about my experience postpartum. I have to always make a disclaimer because there's ample opportunity when you talk about pregnancy and postpartum and babies and parenting. There's ample opportunity to offend people. So I need to make a disclaimer that my goal postpartum was not to get to like my pre-baby body. That was not my goal. Weight loss is a touchy subject. There's people that get really, really upset when people talk about postpartum weight loss and that being their goal and like looking a certain way because the experience was to create a child, to create a human, and it's going to change your body. And the focus of your recovery shouldn't necessarily be on your image. But I would be lying if I said that I didn't want to feel comfortable in my own skin. And part of feeling comfortable in your own skin is looking and feeling how you feel like you should. Looking like yourself. Having that little bit of your previous image recovered or uncovered from pregnancy it's hard to not have that as a goal. So it goes both ways. It goes with health and it goes with looking a certain way, and it's hard to like divide those two apart and make them completely exclusive from each other. So I think most people understand that. My 100% goal was not to just look a certain way. I wanted to be healthy enough to take care of my kids. I wanted to have energy. You have to have energy to care for twins, and you also have to feel good about yourself to be a happy person to other people. So just it all goes together. Looking good, feeling good, they all tie in together, and whatever your goal is, don't let other people make you feel bad for that being your goal. Even if it's to like fit into your certain jeans or have abs again or whatever. Like whatever your goal is, that's fine and that's your prerogative. So that's my disclaimer. I want to be healthy for my kids, and I also want to feel comfortable in my own skin. So that was kind of my driving force to get back to a body that I feel good in. Okay, so on with the update. As far as like how I feel postpartum, I feel 100% normal, 100% like I did pre-pregnancy. Like I don't have any lingering hormonal effects or anything. Like breastfeeding doesn't make me feel hormonal, I don't think. So I just feel totally normal, other than the fact that I'm still numb around my incision. And a lot of you guys said that that's normal and that possibly will never go away. I think my doctor told me that if it wasn't gone by, I can't remember what she said, 6 or 9 months, then it won't go away. So I'm still a little bit numb. It is better than it was right after the surgery. It was like hypersensitive and numb, which is really weird, but so it feels a lot better in that regard, but it's still fairly numb. So I guess that's probably gonna be the way it is forever. No big deal. Small price to pay. I think, stopped losing hair. From 3 to 6 months, it was the worst. Like I was pulling out chunks of hair. Every time I brushed my hair, I would fill an entire brush. It was extreme hair loss, and it's definitely thinner. Like it definitely feels thinner than it did before pregnancy and during pregnancy. So it's also growing back in. I think that was probably the #1 reason I went with bangs, is because a lot of the hair I lost was right around here. So I had like legit bald spots right here, and now that it's growing back in, like I'm gonna have bangs whether I want them or not. So I went into the salon and I was like, I'm making the decision to have bangs. I am not gonna let this postpartum hair loss drive my haircut. I'm on top of this. So I made bangs and she agreed with me that that would be a good move because all of the new hair growth it's thick hair, so it's gonna be wreaking havoc. I have basically a pixie cut underneath my hair. So anyway, I went with bangs because most of my hair loss was right here and I was gonna have them whether I wanted them or not. I just happen to love them. Like I feel like they're, I don't know, I feel like they're really fun, and they were a way to change things up. I've had the same hairstyle cut forever, so it was an easy way to make a fun change, and I love them. I also can throw my hair in a ponytail. My sister-in-law gave me this tip. You can just throw your hair in a ponytail and then just style your bangs and you look put together. So I have my hair up 99% of the time anyway because the babies grab hold of it. So I think it's a lot easier for me to look put together when I can just style this section and throw the rest of it up. In regards to like my baby weight loss, I'm gonna separate into diet and exercise, and I will say I'm not putting a whole lot of thought and effort into either one of these things. It's kind of naturally evolved. And part of it is because pre-pregnancy, I was pretty focused on diet and exercise. Like I've always been really into nutrition and into health. So it just kind of comes natural to me to like gravitate towards healthier options, and I enjoy healthier options. So it's part of it is just because that's historically what I've always thought about. With my diet, I eat to hunger. I'm feeding twins. I'm definitely eating way, 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 way more than I normally do if I'm not breastfeeding or pregnant. So it's really obvious to me that a lot of the calories that I'm eating are going straight into producing milk. So breast milk is about 22 calories per ounce. I'm estimating about 50 ounces a day. It might be more than that. So that makes about, what is it, like 1,200 calories a day that is coming right off of the top of what I'm eating and going straight to the baby. So I'm probably eating in the neighborhood of 3,000 or 4,000 calories a day, and I'll be honest, it's really awesome. It's also a little bit cumbersome because it's logistically a lot to eat. So if I'm working, I have to eat between patients and eat a big lunch, eat a big breakfast. It's like the worst. I would be so mad if I heard somebody that was eating 3,000 or 4,000 calories a day and was complaining about like having to eat a bunch. But that's honestly, it's not that wonderful. You have to eat a lot, and I'm just following my hunger. So I'm just eating when I'm hungry and not stopping until I feel full, and that's kind of how I judge how much to eat. I'm also generally more of a paleo type eater, with a few exceptions. Like I love dairy, and that's not necessarily paleo. So like the biggies that I eat every day are eggs. I eat turkey bacon a lot and ground turkey. I love to do stir fries with ground turkey, sweet potato, zucchini, summer squash, quinoa, and then just like season it with paprika and salt, pepper, just normal basic stuff, and put it all together in a stir fry and eat it. Or you can eat it over a bed of lettuce with like olive oil and balsamic vinegar. So like that's my favorite meal. I would eat that for lunch and dinner every single day. So that's like my go-to meal. I also eat a lot of Greek yogurt with like granola in it and a spoonful of peanut butter. And this is all, and then like handfuls of nuts. This is all what I ate pre-pregnancy, except for I probably wouldn't put as much peanut butter in it. I don't eat as many mixed nuts. My portions are a lot bigger, and then I'm adding coconut oil and things into what I'm eating so that I can just get in a few extra calories so that I can produce more milk. So kind of on the breastfeeding milk production side of things, if you don't have enough calories, if you don't drink enough water, milk production is the first thing to go. So you have to stay totally hydrated, and you have to feed yourself enough, or else you're not going to be making milk. Your body is going to preserve those things for yourself, and the first thing it cuts out is milk production. I drink a lot of coffee. I probably drink 3 cups of coffee a day in the morning, sometimes more, and then I'll sometimes drink some in the afternoon. And I haven't noticed not a lick of difference in the baby's behavior or sleep from them getting like more caffeine from me. I need it to function. It's, you know, it's a little bit of probably a not healthy choice for me, but I have to balance things, and I need to be sane, and I need to be awake. And so if it's been a rough night, I'm gonna drink a lot of coffee. And like I said, it hasn't, in my opinion, affected the babies at all. And then in addition to that, for easy snacks, easy meals, I eat a lot of like protein bars, and I like Luna, I like Cliff, and I like Kind bars. So, and Lara bars, I like those too. I go for ones that are more natural, not a lot of extra junk in them, not a lot of processed sugar, actually just sweetened naturally as much as possible. So those are the ones I end up gravitating towards. I like the ingredients in them. So that's pretty much it regarding food. And then exercise. So I haven't really been putting a lot of intentional effort towards exercising, but the #1 exercise I've been doing is our Peloton bike. We talk about it all the time. It's a exercise bike that streams classes from New York City, and it has a database of thousands of classes, so you can just get on there and pick a class. You can ride live, you can pick an archived class from before, you can repeat classes you've done before. There's some that are 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, 30, 45, an hour long. So however much time you have, you can hop on and do a quick ride. They have high intensity interval training, which is my personal favorite workout, like Tabata, HIIT workouts. They give you the most bang for your buck. Like you're on the bike for the least amount of time, but you have calorie burn for a really long time. So those are my favorite workouts as of right now, and I get on there as much as I possibly can. You can easily get on there and do a workout and shower during one nap. So that's what I love about it. I love the Peloton. I just love it, love it, love it. It's awesome. There was a big study done on milk production and exercising to the point of exhaustion, and it doesn't have an impact on milk supply. So if you're exercising, as long as you're eating enough calories to supplement your exercise, it would be extremely difficult to impact your milk supply with working out. And I think the only time they showed a dip in milk supply was with an extremely intense workout to where the person was almost passing out, and then they had a temporary dip in supply like just after the workout. So if you're worried about that, don't be. Exercise, don't feel bad about it. It's gonna be good for you. A few times I've gone for a run, but most of the time I just do the Peloton. I'm also chasing twins around. I'm getting up and down off the floor 1,000 times a day. I'm constantly holding a baby, picking a baby up, setting a baby down, trying to readjust a baby while I'm nursing. It's like, if you pay attention to the core muscles that you're using when you're doing all of those things, it's a lot. So just handling babies and taking care of twins is, it's a workout on its own. So that is helping with the whole postpartum weight loss thing for sure. And then lastly, I have diastasis recti from my pregnancy, which is super common, especially if it's not your first baby, or if you have multiples, it's almost impossible to not have it. And it's basically just a separation of the abdominal muscles right down the center. Because of that separation, if you do traditional abdominal workouts like crunches, sit-ups, planks, things like that will make your diastasis recti worse. It'll separate it. The muscles will contract and pull apart even further. So there's other things that you need to do first to strengthen the internal abdominal muscles. Once you have those strengthened, then you can go back to traditional abdominal workouts. So consult your physical therapist or your primary care doctor first before you do anything. Don't take my word for it, but what I've been doing is special abdominal exercises that are catered for diastasis recti. And those things are like vacuums, which you can, I'll leave links below. I don't want to sit here and explain how to do all these, but you do abdominal vacuums where you pull your muscles in and kind of suck in, but not exactly. And what the idea is that it strengthens the internal abdominal muscles that kind of help pull in your core and heal your diastasis recti. So I've been doing those videos. If I think about it throughout the day, they're easy to do if you're just sitting there. So I've been kind of doing those as I think about them throughout the day. You can always pick up a baby and do squats too, like always. You can always just lunge across the room with a baby. It's like having a 15-pound weight in your arms, and I'll do that occasionally, and they have fun doing it too. So like squatting and bouncing up and down, they love it. Lastly, I'm gonna talk about how I'm feeling mentally, and I am way, way, way better. I'm a lot better than I was a few months ago when I did an update, and I definitely had postpartum depression. I addressed it, I got it taken care of, and I'm one of the lucky ones that I've been able to kind of overcome it in a fairly short amount of time. So mentally, I'm totally stable, 100%. I feel good. I know what to look out for if things start going south again, and that can happen. So if you're not feeling 100% mentally good, and it's been several weeks since you've had a baby, up to like even a year later, then talk to your doctor about it, because that's a real serious thing. It's super common, it's fixable, it's treatable. So Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask me just what my experience was, because I'm an open book, as you know. So mentally, I feel good. I just love those babies. They're just so awesome. This is my favorite age of babies. It always has been, and it's proving to be that way with my own kids. Like, they are so fun. Oh my gosh. I've enjoyed every stage, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this stage, and I feel like I'll miss it a lot when it's over, but I know it'll bring a new really fun stage. So that's my postpartum update at 7 months, and I'm feeling really good. I'm really appreciative to have you guys to bounce questions off of and to give me advice and tips and things. You guys are just such a valuable part of our lives, and we're thankful to have you. You feel like our family and our friends, and we're just so grateful to have this YouTube community. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with somebody that it may help, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and sift through some of our videos. We have some fun vlogs and we do some fun things. So if this was not your style of video, check out some of our other ones, and we have better ones. So I think these, to me, are kind of boring, but this was somewhat highly requested. So there you have it. But thanks for watching, and we will see you very, very soon. Bye. Just enjoying a cracker. Down to your knuckles. Good job, Lyndall. You're such a big girl. Get that in there. Good job. Missing a few pieces, but that's okay. We'll get them. Oh no. Nothing left in your mouth, huh? Yeah, push it in there. Good job. You want some more? Yep, definitely got teeth in there. Good job. That looks delicious.